Oh, hello and welcome, FPL managers, and welcome to the Zonal Weakness brought to you by Ghana Football Fantasy, powered by Fantasy Football Scout. Tonight, it's Saib bin Rashid who joins me all the way from, and it's good to see you after a long, long time, Saif. So, welcome.
Yeah, good to be back. Season is winding up, but anyway,
Yeah.
good to be back.
Do you feel exhausted already by the season?
Yeah, it has been a terrible season for me, so I cannot really wait for it to over and jump on to Euro Fantasy straight from. Anyway, Euro Fantasy is
Yeah.
already live. There is,
Yeah, it is. It is. Euro Fantasy is already live, but I think I'll just hop into it after this. After appeal is over, and
yeah,
then maybe just take a
same
week's
for me
break,
too.
just not to think about fantasy football at all, and then dive into the what you call it, the Euro fantasy. But yeah, it will be interesting, and of course for audience watching, if you're looking for any particular pod or shows that you might be interested in to know more about the Euro fantasy, Ghana Football is the place to join. So let's get straight to the double game week 37. I assume this will be the last big double game week in the FPL history, but I'm not sure. Maybe this could be the last one because of the changes of the fixtures for FA Cup and also for the Premier League next season. But whatever it is, let's just dive in straight. So this is the zonal weakness for double game week 37. And before we get into it, please do give us a like and follow and subscribe to our channel because that's where we are producing regular content. Any support coming from you and any subscribe or a like or a follow coming from you is sincerely appreciated. Help us to grow, and of course, we will try and continue our effort this way. And all the stats that you see, including the zonal stats, are taken from the Fantasy Football Scout membership area. The Ghana Football Fantasy is the only page in Bangladesh to be part of the Fantasy Football Scout network. And if you're interested in all the data, please do subscribe right now or get the membership by clicking on the link in the subscription description below. And yeah, you get access to all the unlimited data. It's a 1 year account, so you can still get it. It's not like just because the season is coming to an end does not mean that your membership would become pretty useless or something after the season ends. No, that's not the way it works. So please do if you're interested in the membership. Yeah. Right. So the double game week is coming up, Saif, and here is how the zonal table looks like for the double game week teams. What do you think of it?
So we'll be starting by looking at the teams with double game weeks. And first of all, what stands out is Tottenham. They have been conceding goal lately, but the zonal weakness through if we consider zonal weakness, there I think the stats are a bit decent. So in terms of chances and crosses considered, but header considered is the one that stands out. They are the worst side in that regard, and that goes with what Ange said a few weeks ago that he doesn't really believe in set pieces. So his team tends to concede regularly from set pieces. So Haaland should be getting lots of chances from the set pieces. And Fulham is the another opponent of Man City. So they are third worst in terms of conceding chances from the left flank. So likely Bernardo Silva or Foden will be occupying that flank, so they can be good targets to for this double game week. And then I think we are focusing on Tottenham. So they are facing Burnley and Manchester City. The Manchester City are almost top in almost all the aspects defensive wise in terms of chances and crosses considered. So anyway, I think when teams like Tottenham and Man City plays, both are pretty attacking. I think Man City will leave some gap and Tottenham will be getting some chances. Son might be a decent pick. And Burnley is the other fixture, the interesting fixture for them because Burnley, when it comes to chances considered through the center, they are third worst, and from both flanks, they are fifth worst. So that can be a decent fixture for the Tottenham attackers, especially Richarlison, who just returned and showed some form in the Liverpool fixture. And Madison also showed some semblance of form. I think he might start the next one and he might do well. So Son can be a good pick, and then Richarlison, Madison. And if you want to pick a defender, then Porro is always a good pick because he's so attacking. And then moving on to Newcastle, they're facing Brighton and Manchester United. Manchester United, I think, is a plum fixture to target for any attackers. They just conceded 4 goals to Crystal Palace out of all teams. So Crystal Palace have been playing some really good attacking football, but to concede 4 goals against them is a new low for Manchester United. So, and I think their morale is pretty down now. They really cannot wait for the season to end like us. So I think their tools are also down, and Newcastle are playing really well attacking wise. So this might be another 5-6 goals conceded for Manchester United. And look at the chances conceded columns. They are second worst to the center, and from the both flanks they are third worst. And when it comes to headers considered, they are the fifth worst, and the crosses considered the fifth worst from the right flank. So almost in all the key areas, they are up and there among those sides. So you cannot really go wrong with any Newcastle attackers, but the prime picks should be Isaac and Gordon because Barnes and Wilson have some fixture minute concern. Murphy is not a pick that I'll be suggesting, but you should have Isaac and Gordon in your team. Moving on to the
Right.
next slide.
Yeah, before we do that, I could see the bit of a smirk in your face when you were saying it's a plum fixture to target. It's a new low for Manchester United. Yeah, being a Scouser, of
So,
course.
so
No.
was
I get it.
was
I get
I
it.
was that incorrect?
No. It was not incorrect. It is not incorrect. I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say is, I could see the smirk. That smirk that you're trying to control your the happiness that's inside you.
No, no,
Just a kind
no,
of a
I was not trying to control my happiness.
no. Yeah, okay. I could just see the smirk anyway. And I know, audience not knowing it, Saif is a Liverpool fan, so you can obviously get it. Why
Yeah, the way our
he's
season has turned out, so we can only take joy in others' bad bad
yeah,
luck and others' bad
yeah,
form.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think that that's also going to be our turn. I think next season with Klopp leaving and everything, so we are also
yeah.
going to take a
I
lot of
think
joy in that. So it's
I
okay.
think we will
It's a
be
fair
fighting for
fight.
that sixth or seventh position next season.
Yeah, yeah, but it's a fair ride. I
We will be the
agree.
Chelsea and
Let's
Man
move.
United of the next season.
Right. Okay, let's
Yeah,
move to the next slide.
yeah. So these are the teams for who Chelsea are facing. That's Nottingham Forest and Brighton. So on paper they look like good pick, good fixtures for them. But when it comes to zonal, I think both of them are pretty decent. Brighton, especially, even though they haven't been keeping clean sheets, their chances and crosses considered pretty decent, almost in the top half for all the sides. And Nottingham Forest too, they have been tightened up after Nuno came in, and they are only considered more chances through the left flank. They are fifth thoughts in that regard, and Madueke can be an interesting pick because he has been showing some really decent form of late. So if you have an option in your midfield to pick pick someone really differential, you can go with Madueke. And then the fixture for Manchester United. So I think if Bruno comes back, they will show some attacking form. So that really depends on whether he gets back or not. And so Arsenal, interestingly, have considered the third most chance process from the left flank. So Garnacho and might get some joy down that flank. And otherwise, Arsenal are, as we all know, they are pretty strong defensively. So in terms of uh, chances considered, they are almost the best. I think they and Man City are the best defensive sides in the league, as we have all seen throughout the season. And Newcastle, I think they have really improved defensively over the last few matches, and that has been evident in the column. They have not shown any visible weaknesses to any areas. So moving on to Brighton, there's another team with double game week fixtures in Newcastle and Chelsea. I think both the fixtures will be really tough for them. So anyway, they will be going for goals. I think so. It will be fun fixtures. Newcastle, Brighton, and Chelsea, Brighton. All the teams should be going for attack. And Chelsea have considered the most chances from the left flank. So Pukurala have been playing really uh, have been going really up front and joining the attack. So he's leaving lots of gaps behind. So that's why I think they are considered this number of chances through their left flank. So Gross can be a good fixture, and he has just been named the player of the season for Brighton. So he should be in good mood. So he might get some joy in this fixture. So he can be another differential pick for you.
Right. Okay. And these are the single game week teams. So yeah, quite a few
So
stands
yeah,
out, it seems.
I think since it's a double game week, we won't be focusing on single game week players much. But if you really want to get someone, or if you have someone in your team that you are thinking of transferring out, these stats will be helping you out. So again, as mentioned, we have said that Man United is a really plum fixture. So Arsenal are facing them. So if you have an Arsenal attacker, don't bench them, don't sell them if you can, because just see the slide and see how where Manchester United really stands. Aston Villa has considered second worst chances from the right flank, so Luis Diaz and Robertson could be a good option. And then Chelsea again they have considered the most from the right flank, so Elanga can be a good option. And Luton are playing West Ham. They have considered the fifth most chances from the center. So Antonio, who just got a goal in I think the last match before the last match, so he can be a good option. But we don't really know if he will start or not. Kings is there. Season is ending up, and West Ham have been really bad defensively over the last few matches. They have considered the most chances through the left, through the right, and through the center. So Adebayo or Morris even can be a good option. And Sheffield United, as we have seen throughout the season, they have been consistently bad defensively. So if you want to play some Everton attacker, you can. But as I said earlier, the focus should be on double gaming players, and you should be maximizing your chances. And since it is likely the last double game week for a certain in a I think in the last coming 2-3 seasons we won't be getting big double game weeks because of the changes in fixture. So I think we should maximize our fun and maximize our points by targeting the double game week because we don't know when we will get another big double game week in the future. So let's move on to the zonal team of the week.
Yeah. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah. So we have kept our focus and just picked the double game players except for Saka because Manchester United single fixture can be a double game fixture for Arsenal in terms of points. So Isaac and Haaland are up top, and as I said, Gordon should be there. Son can have some joy, and Foden and Palmer are the other ones. And Gusto, if fit, he can be a good pick because of the zonal weakness of his opponents. Then Poro and Walker ahead of Gavardiol because of his sheer rate of minutes. We don't really know if Gavardiol will be benched or not. And that's it. I think triple up on Man City and double up on Spurs, Chelsea, and Newcastle. Then with Saka. So that's zonal weakness based team of the week for us. And moving on
Okay,
to the
let's move
FPL
to the
challenge. Yeah.
yeah. So this week I think it's the players from the single game week clubs get double points. So
So
yeah, there's quite
interestingly,
a lot of options.
all the teams have double game week in FPL challenge. So just go for the picks you like and go for it. I think so. You need not be focusing on the double gaming players only because all the teams get double gaming points, double points. So if they start, you don't need to worry about whether they will have start in the second match. So I think my priority will be focusing on more on the single gaming players because I think if they start and their points will be doubled anyway, we don't really need to worry about the other match. So some Liverpool players can be a good option. Arsenal players can be really good option for FPL challenge. And we went with some double gaming players in Man City because they are the best team in the league. And then Newcastle, who are playing really good attacking football. And other than that, I think you should target single gaming players alongside the double gaming players for the FPL challenge. That's it.
Right. I think that's it then. Yeah, we just finished 37th game week shows to be honest, and I think that's pretty. It's strange to think that way, but it is what it is. But thank you so much, audience, for joining, and of course, thank you so much for watching. Please do share with your friends if you are a big fan of the Zonal, and encourage them to watch our show on YouTube, and of course, tell them to subscribe. But we will see you for the final game week, that is game week 38, and of course, Bethany will be joining us all the way from the UK. But until then, it's goodbye from us, and thank you so much, Saif, once again for joining. Take care.
Pleasure
Good
to be
night.
back. Goodbye, everyone. Take care.